The Department of Justice Inspector General revealing new details on the death of Jeffrey Epstein. The DOJ watchdog blames the disgraced financier's suicide in a Manhattan jail on guard negligence and misconduct. Among other things, the report alleges the congressional staff failed to ensure Epstein was assigned a cellmate and failed to take other required measures to ensure he was safe and accounted for. ABC News senior investigative reporter Aaron Katursky is here with more on this. Aaron, there's still so many questions swirling about how a prisoner this high profile, having already been on suicide watch, was able to take his own life. So what more is this report saying about that?
There was no more high-profile federal inmate at the time than Jeffrey Epstein. And Diane, this report from the Justice Department's Inspector General is scathing in its assessment of the Bureau of Prisons and the Manhattan Correctional Facility, which has since been shuttered after the death of Jeffrey Epstein. And the report leaves no doubt that Epstein died by suicide. His death has always been the subject of conspiracy theory and guesswork, but this report makes clear Epstein took his own life. There was no one else in the cell at the time, no one even around his cell at the time, and that is meant to put to rest any doubts that may still be lingering. And for the first time, we're seeing the mechanism by which Epstein was able to take his own life. An orange noose fashioned from either a shirt or a sheet. We see the images of it found in his cell along with other excess prison items like blankets and clothing that should not have been in the cell. But that's the least of it. You're right, Diane. The report also takes aim at how the Bureau of Prisons conducted itself with regard to Epstein. He had tried suicide a month prior, and after that, he was supposed to have a cellmate, and he did not, and he was supposed to be checked every 30 minutes. The guards instead made the logbooks look like they had completed their rounds when, in fact, in reality, they hadn't.
Now, Aaron, despite citing multiple failures by the correctional facility, the report also supports the FBI's determination that there was no criminality associated with Epstein's death. Can you explain how they found one and not the other?
Well, there were a number of failings, but they didn't amount to criminal failings. In fact, two people did get brought up on federal charges, the two guards who were supposed to be checking in on Epstein's cell every 30 minutes. Instead, they were shopping online or doing anything but checking on his cell, but yet they doctored the logbooks to make it look like they had completed their rounds. Both of those guards resolved their cases through a deferred prosecution agreement and had to admit to the conduct as charged. But none of the other failings that the report cites, including the failure to give him a roommate and the like, none of that amounted to crimes that could be charged by federal prosecutors.
So, Aaron, what's the latest from corrections officials on all of this? What are they saying?
Well, they've tried to address some of these shortcomings when it comes to staffing and the like, but MCC, the Metropolitan Correctional Center, that's just behind the building where I am now, that has been shut down, and there's no prospect that it's going to reopen. And in fact, it's really put a burden on other lockups in the area and made it more difficult to get inmates who need to be housed there into federal court. So federal prosecutors would like that facility to reopen, but at the moment, the conditions that were laid bare by Epstein's suicide, they're just so bad that the Bureau of Prisons has not been able to reopen that facility even all these years later.
All right, Aaron Katursky, always great to have you on, Aaron. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.